First, Liberty is a school district with a history of trouble at the top. We take a deeper look at their process to find new leadership. Here's KSHB.
Steps down next summer. His replacement will only be a few steps down the hall.
We surprised a lot of people.
Liberty, to be honest, wasn't even on the map for me.
Dr. John Jungman is a new face, recruited just 4 months ago as deputy superintendent. When Brewer suddenly recommended Jungman replace him, the school board agreed and never performed an official search for other candidates. They did when Brewer was hired. Most districts do. Right now, the Ray Peck School District Superintendent search is posted online.
Frankly, this went a little faster than any of us thought it would.
Officials tout Jungman will allow a much smoother transition than when Brewer took the job in 2008. That's when Superintendent Scott Teveau faced accusations of double dipping, taking retirement funds while working full-time. His replacement, Phil Wright, said he was forced to resign for refusing to forge documents, but an audit revealed district credit card abuse, like buying booze. Brewer was supposed to stabilize the ship.
Mike has been the right guy at the right time.
But Brewer isn't leaving the district. He is resigning as superintendent to become the executive director of elementary education, a new position with a nearly identical paycheck. His current contract shows a $150,000 annual salary. School board members tell 41 Action News they knew the changes might raise eyebrows.
Frankly, the Mike moving into a different position and the lack of a search were the two things that I went in to my board. Those were a couple of the big concerns that I had.
But the board passed it unanimously, telling us they believe Jungman was the best person for the job, and foregoing a search would save the district thousands. Brewer's most recent contract was signed January 2010. It had been extended each year until this year. We reviewed the contract and discovered Brewer was supposed to complete his doctorate by December 2010. 2 years later, he's still not done. That's why board members did not extend it.
What the board wanted to see was him to get his doctorate before we added that third year on.
I have a certificate and I've got my specialist, and that's all you need.
So it wasn't a requirement for you to have
No. No, but it would be an expectation.
Former board member Martha Ransom insists his doctorate was a requirement for Brewer.
We, at one point, even offered to give him a 3-month leave of absence so he could get that done, because we felt that superintendents of our district needed to have that doctorate.
Now, just a few months after not getting the extension, Brewer lands a newly created position. He defends the timing because Jungman was so perfect for the job.
This works to where, you know, I can stay here, and really, if this didn't all work out, then I was just going to stay put in the superintendency.
It was not something he created for himself. I completely understand why it looks that way to some people, but it just is what it is.
District officials all argue the 25-year district veteran never wanted to be superintendent forever.
But over time, I knew that my heart is still at the elementary level, and so I knew eventually I would get back there. I just didn't know when and how, but the timing is working out perfectly.
The future is bright for Liberty, and I want to be a part of it.
Jungman takes office July 1st. Well, despite the way Dr. Jungman has been promoted, everyone does seem to agree Jungman taking over the role is positive. He's already been awarded for his success as superintendent in the past, serving 4 years in the Monette district before coming to Liberty. Now, having a doctorate is not a state requirement for superintendents in Missouri, and Brewer says he will graduate with his doctorate in May. Lindsay Shively, 41 Action News.
All right, Lindsay, thank you very much.